Oh man, here we go. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm in my robe. That tells you it's morning, it's early. I just got a call from the post office. We have chicks that have just arrived. And I'm gonna add this one to the pile of videos on YouTube that are called I Wasn't Ready for These Chicks. This is a funny story, but I gotta get dressed and I gotta get a heat lamp on and I gotta get everything ready. There are like 80 chicks at the post office that I had no idea at all were going to be here today. And now I gotta go get them. Oh man, oh man. Okay, this is not at all what you want to do when you are getting chicks. You do not want to be getting ready for them the day of. I'm going to turn up the thermostat in this bathroom here to like 85 degrees. This bathroom has its own radiator, as we say here in Pennsylvania, and it's very small. Little kiddie pool. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna let that room heat up real hot. And I know chicks actually have to be at 90 degrees, but we're just gonna get the room prepped and warm, and then we'll get a heat lamp on them. We'll get some warm water, some feed. You wanna have this stuff set up a whole day or two ahead of time, and I totally would have. But I had no idea when these chicks were coming. I ordered them from Tractor Supply, and I've never done that before. And the way you order them from Tractor Supply online, it's a little bit clunky. There's no way, they don't tell you what day your chicks are coming. And I kept assuming like, oh, on the next page, they'll ask me when I want these chicks. When you order from a hatchery, you pick a date and they ship them to you for that date. I went through the whole process, went through the whole checkout, boom, it was done. And they were like, great, we've got your order. And I was like, okay, well, I'm assuming they're gonna email me this week and tell me, your chicks will be arriving this date, or when do you want your chicks? Well, I just got a call from the post office, so I gotta go get dressed. We're going to get chicks. This is gonna be a fun day. Why did I order these chicks like I did? We weren't gonna order meat birds this year. We're hatching out, as you know, our own meat birds from our Coronation and Light Sussex breed. My son's got this special breed of heritage breed chickens that lays eggs and makes a really good, big, meaty bird. They're good foragers. We ate one of them this year and it was delicious. 4 pounds and tender and great. Really super impressed. So we decided, you know what, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start being more self-sufficient, more self-reliant, not depend on hatcheries to ship birds or Cornish crosses in the first place. We weren't gonna do because we didn't want to get so many feed shipments. We're trying to get off corn and soy, so feed is expensive. We wanted a bird that could do better foraging. And then coronavirus, and last year we did not do a whole lot of food production. I gotta get my shoes on. So coronavirus hit and, you know, food not on the shelves, meat not on the shelves, you know, lack of supply. And this is the crazy thing. Last year, for the first time since we started growing our own meat, we didn't raise any meat animals last year. We had a lot of meat in our freezers last year that was still Connecticut meat. And we were like, you know what? Let's draw down the freezers for a year, eat up all the older meat that we still had. And next year we'll start growing meat again and we'll have more meat. And like, of all the years for a pandemic to hit where there's like, you know, a shortage on food and things, it's the year that we were like, let's draw down our freezers. Now this year we're producing a ton of meat. We have lambs outside, just outside the window. We have meat rabbits and our own special chickens. we're doing all kinds of meat production right now. We got pigs, we got more pigs coming today. Like all kinds of stuff. But that, you know, nothing gets you meat quicker, faster, in your freezer faster. There's very few things that'll go faster than a Cornish cross. As much as we're trying to shift away from that style because of this pandemic, wanting to make sure our family has the food it needs, and our, you know, it's more than just my wife and kids here on the hill, it's all our family members close by, my family even. We want to make sure we have things there for those ourselves and those in need. So we decided, you know what? We better order some Cornish crosses this year. Don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. You know, we're striving towards more sustainability, more self-sufficiency, but Cornish cross is gonna get a lot of meat in my freezer real quick. And so I went onto the internet, I went to look at hatcheries to see where I could still get meat birds from, and I couldn't find any meat birds. All the usual hatcheries that we usually use were sold out of meat birds till like, I don't know, the middle of summer, which is the worst time to get meat birds, especially Cornish crosses. Cornish crosses get big and fat, and if they're in the extreme heat in the middle of summer, you'll have a lot of them die if they're not like managed very, very carefully, because they're big fat birds and they overheat easy. So we were like, okay, can't get any from our usual hatcheries. We started looking at the other hatcheries around to see, okay, could we find some? And I found from one hatchery, I could get some at the end of May, but I really like to get growing Cornish crosses now. This is the time, if you're gonna do, you know, an 8-week big fat meat bird, you start them in April, you're butchering on a nice day in June, not too hot yet, no deaths from, you know, being too hot and the birds overheating. And again, birds don't have to die as long as you manage them properly. Birds in the summer will not die. It's just a riskier time to do those birds. So I ordered some from that hatchery, but they couldn't get me them to the end of May. I kept looking, and then I found Tractor Supply, and I thought, oh, let me try from Tractor Supply. But I didn't know. I ordered them. There was nothing telling me they were coming or when to expect them or what. And here I am, running to the post office. Got to get some shavings, got to get a heat lamp, got to get water and a feeder for the chicks. 80 chicks, woo! This should be good. Okay, got some feed for them, got a heat lamp for them, a couple of waterers, and some shavings. That should keep us going for today. Give us enough time to get these chicks settled in, warmed up, feeling good, feeling happy and healthy, and then we can find a place to put them. This room is already heated up to 70 degrees. By the time I get back with these chicks, it should be in the 80s. And with a little heat lamp down there, we'll be easily at 90. Water ready for them. It's good to let your water come up to temperature. You want all this stuff ready for them when they arrive, because they've been on probably a 2 or 3 day journey. They're tired, they're hungry. Just like when you have guests in after, you know, they flew somewhere and they're tired after the airport, and you pick them up and you bring them to your house, you want to have a beer and a snack ready for them. So got a beer and a snack, we're good to go. Maybe you caught what I said there about also having more pigs coming today. We bought Cooney pigs, as you've already seen. We got 2 females and 2 males. The males we bought were related to the females. So they are cup males. They are going to be yum-yums. But we want to breed some coonies. We're really liking these little pigs. My second son there, he just loves his little piggies. He's so proud of them. And so we want to have them and breed them. You can't do that with a bunch of related coonies, so we needed to find some coonies that were a different bloodline. So we did. We got a couple being delivered today, and we're getting three cooney pigs, and they're uncut. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to pick of the three probably our 2 favorites and save those. 2 will become our breeders, and 1 will become a little mini pig rest. How's that for a visual? It is pouring this morning. It's rainy. It's crummy. This is fun though. It happens. Chicks, because the way when you order chicks, they come in the mail, and you never know when they're going to arrive. So the thing to do is find out the week that they're coming, and then just be ready on Monday morning, because you never know when they're going to arrive. This is my open letter to Tractor Supply. Please, in your ordering process, let us choose a week, because apparently when you click purchase, they're sending them out that day, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not complaining. During this uncertain times, so many places sold out of chicks. It was really nice to be able to just get some meat birds. So if you're looking for some meat birds, order online through Tractor Supply. Just be ready for them that same week. We purchased these online 2 nights ago, and yesterday we were like, maybe they'll email us today and let us know when they're coming. I'm at the post office. Let's do this Corona style. Yeah.
Oh, there's the Nintendo Switch. The GoPro.
What's in there?
They smell like meat.
They smell like meat? Well, someday.
The little tuna.
No.
A little tuna.
That's not real corn.
What's in there?
It ate it.
This is the baby's first time with
Yeah.
chicks.
I'll be the last in like 2 more weeks. Just want to see more.
Almost a month.
That's good.
It's kind of perfect.
Hopefully we'll have everybody outside then.
Yeah, this batch should be out. And
Should we take her into the room? Looks like from first scene, they all are dead.
Good job.
Hold the wing. Alrighty, now put it back.
no, you can hold it, bud.
Gotta get their water, right? Oh, what is that? Gentle? Good job. Let's take them in.
Hee hee ho ha ha ha.
Should we go in there?
Getting some footage, man.
No, just sleeping.
They all look good.
They look good, yeah.
Good, healthy peepers.
Where'd they come from?
I have no idea. We do have a hatchery name. They did say. That was a funny call to get this morning, man. I was like, hello?
They're gonna be in the GoPro.
Why is this every year this
Mommy.
video is about we weren't ready for chicks?
Last year we were ready,
The year
the
before.
last video we made about chicks we were totally ready for.
Mommy.
Every other
This
one.
is like everyone always makes a video about how we weren't ready.
I know. I said at the beginning of this video, like, this is going to be one of the 100 videos on YouTube called We Weren't Ready for Chicks.
Mommy.
Women.
You might notice that there's pellets in the feeder right
Very
now.
small.
We don't have chick feed right now because we weren't planning on chicks arriving here today. Good news is I got to go out and buy some supplies for the chicken tractors that I'm building. So please build along with me. Go get your supplies for some John Siskovich chicken tractors. Next week we're going to be building those, and you can build along with me. We can talk about the project, share ideas and stuff. I gotta go pick up my supplies. It's right near the feed store, so I can get chick feed. Chicks don't actually need to eat right away when they arrive. They do need water, but they don't need to eat food. So we have some pellets in there from them to peck at if they want, but they don't need that finer chick feed right this second. We'll have it for them by the end of the day and they'll be fine.
They need water.
They do need water. They've all got water. We're about to go outside and set up the chick brooding area outside so that they're not inside. But I'm currently going through all the videos on Generational Homestead's YouTube channel. They're the cutest. And they are our Homesteady camel train shout out for today. So today's Homesteady camel train shout out goes to the YouTube channel Generational Homestead. Their family moved to their homestead 3 years ago. Right now they're raising most of their meat and they're trying at veggies. Maybe try some crack-key hydroponics. They seem to grow in spite of me. I'm an awful gardener, so give that a shot, Wesley. Wesley says that most of the animals that they have at their homestead they show at local fairs. And Mom gets a special shout out for helping out with the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. So we will link to Generational Homestead. Please, please, let's get them to 100 subscribers.
The first question is,
You need to see these videos.
My name is Leslie from Generational Homestead. I want to answer a few questions about ducks. The first question is, do ducks need water? The question is,
Good question. There are 29 subscribers. Let's get Generational Homestead to 100 today. Make their day. Their videos made my day today. Put a smile on my face. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the camel train. We really appreciate your support and being a part of this journey. And hopefully we can help get you some more viewers and help answer the question, ducks, part 1, do they need ponds? I'm gonna finish this video to see if they do.
the duck only needs a container big enough to dunk its head in for 10% of the day.
I would totally agree with that.
So our grandmother has these yellow things. We put 2 of them together. We can like make a chick house out of them. So I'm gonna put together a big circle for the chicks to go in. So we just put them together using these holes. Pretty simple. Pretty simple.
You got more.
Yeah.
Do we make it bigger or do we make 2 of them?
Well, it's tight space to make it bigger.
It is a tight space. We could make one on the other side. I can move some of this stuff out of your way. Let's move this out of the way.
Or I could like put this whole make
Yeah,
this
try.
whole crack like a rectangle.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's see what you can figure out. Try to make the biggest one you could possibly make.
Okay. Oh, Daddy. If you could spare a little bit of time,
What do you mean?
if you could move this big black box
Sure.
that has the heat lamp stuff, I could scoot this over.
One of the best things you can do for your kids on the homestead, homeschool or not, give them jobs to do and go away. Let them figure stuff out. I heard a really good quote. I'll put it up right now because I'll misquote it if I try to. Basically, the idea behind that quote is let people think it through and maybe they'll come up with a better idea than you. Your kids will do that all the time. Give them a job, give them a mission. This is what I need, and then go away. If they need you, they'll come get you, and you can walk them through the hard stuff. But my daughter thought of, hey, let's get the sink out of here. I wasn't going to take the sink out of here, but we don't use that sink. It's not even, the plumbing's not even working anymore. Look at that. You got it. Great idea. Let your kids, give them a little task, walk away. The way this barn looks right now, I mean, oh my goodness. It is a perfect illustration of how our life feels right now. Look, I mean, this is about the messiest you've ever seen this barn. Oy vey. It is a little crazy in here. There is stuff everywhere. It's a mess. It's disorganized. But that's how our life feels right now. It's a little crazy. There's a little bit of a mess. It's a little disorganized. In a normal year, we would not be doing this much stuff. A normal year, we would not have this much going on. In a normal year, we would have stopped a long time ago, but it's not a normal year. This uncertain times, this pandemic we're working around right now has just pushed us to max ourselves out. And when it gets crazy like this, it could be overwhelming. You could get frustrated or overwhelmed. I don't feel that way right now. I just feel like, you know what? Duty calls. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and we'll get it. Everything will find a place in the barn or in the paddocks or out on the pasture. We'll have room for the food we've got and the feed we've got and the straw and the hay. We'll find a place. Some stuff we'll have to work around. Some stuff will be a bit messy. But we'll get there. It's raining out right now. I got to go in and have some lunch. The pigs are going to be arriving soon. I still haven't got the brooder set up for the chicks. I got to go to Home Depot to pick up the order I put in for my materials for my John Siskovich chicken tractors. If you're going to build with me, you got to get those materials soon because I'm going to start building next week. So get the book, click there to get John's book, and get your materials and join me next week. Let's build a chicken tractor. You can order chickens from Tractor Supply. They will be here in 3 days. You can get the materials ordered from Home Depot for John's chicken tractors and do curbside pickup. They will load all that for you. That in itself is a reason to do this right now. What other time in your life could you get all that stuff from Home Depot and they find it for you? You don't have to go through Home Depot for a whole Saturday finding things. They're gonna find it for you. You call it in or you do it online. They'll bring it out to the curb. You load your car. You got your John book. You can instantly get that when you click that button. You get the download. Get your materials ordered. Order your chicks. They will be here in a week, but they won't be ready to go in that chicken tractor for like a couple weeks. So you'll have a couple weeks to build with me, our chicken tractors, and then we'll get food out on the pasture. And in 8 weeks from right now, from you ordering your chicks, 8 weeks you will have 4 or 5 pounds per chicken. If you do 10 chickens, that's 50 pounds of meat in your freezer. If you raise 50 meat birds, a Siskovitz tractor can hold about 30, John says. So that would mean, you know, if you do 2 batches of 30, that's enough chicken for most families for a year. All your chicken for the year, you would have it in your freezer. How good would that feel right now? Not to have to worry about buying chicken. And then get yourself a couple egg layers and keep them in the tractor. I gotta go get lunch. It's raining. I gotta shut this off.